Hello Internet, it's Big Dave here, and I am cheap. How cheap? Well, I'm so cheap that I didn't pay anything, not a single penny, for Marble Arena 2. I've been hitting Desura pretty hard lately and downloading a lot of their free games, so you're going to see a lot of free stuff popping up, and that's really good for those of us out there who are really, really cheap. And this one in particular looked interesting because it reminded me of a little old game called Marble Madness. I spent many an hour in my youth trying to perfect the mazes and puzzles of Marble Madness, and this game really hit home with me with its look and with its style. It bills itself as a casual, family-friendly 3D marble game, and I can say after playing it, it is indeed that. I'm doing things a little bit differently this time around. The game was a little bit tough to get into and to get through the first few levels, so I'm not doing this live. I'm actually just going to talk to you about some of the footage that I recorded during my play sessions. I'll tell you a little bit about the game, what I think about it, and then I will set you upon it. And you can roll your 3D marble around to your heart's content. So let's talk about Marble Arena 2. It's made by Brightside Entertainment, and these guys are pretty cryptic. I couldn't find anything on them at all other than a press release saying Marble Arena 2 was being released. There's some custom maps for this. There's multiplayer. There's a lot of really interesting things. The game itself is pretty solid, good-looking game, and we're going to take a look at it right now. Let's dive right into one of the first few levels you will hit after getting out of the tutorial. So here we are in the actual game. Take a gander about, check out the graphics. Pretty good for a free game, all 3D. Some nice texture work on the marble there, some bump mapping. Very, very nice. All in all, it's a very colorful game. A lot of primitives, shapes in this, squares, triangles, sort of Minecraftian in its look. But you're seeing me here collecting a lot of stars, and that's what you do in this game. You collect the stars. And the stars have different values. You'll see a star meter down in the lower right-hand corner, 60/203. That's 60 out of 203 stars. And different stars give you different amounts of points. For instance, white stars give you 1 point. Green stars give you 2 points. Blue stars give you 3 points. And red stars give you 4 points. You don't have to actually roll right over the star. You can see my marble is shooting out lightning, and it is collecting stars that are very nearby it, so you don't have to actually hit the star head on, and that makes it very easy later on to kind of extend your range and grab a lot of stars at once. You'll see some time at the top. You'll see time 154, 153, counting down. That's the par time, the time that they say you should be able to do this level in, and the orange time that's counting up, 2 minutes, 2 minutes 1, 2 minutes 2, that's your actual time in the level so far. So that's what that is up there at the top. And you can test your performance against others. You can post your scores. Wait, check out this sweet move right here. Boom, boom, zap. Oh, I gotta pat myself on the back for that. That was a badass move. I gotta be frank with you guys. That was skillful right there. That's what that was. So anyhow, you'll kind of notice here, this turn right here in particular feels a little muddy. Controls feel a little muddy. And at the beginning, that really bothered me. I was like, God, this thing is fishtailing all over the place. It's difficult to control. But as I played through, I learned two things about the game that kind of changed my mind on the handling. Number one, the surface that you're on matters. So when I'm on this grass and when I'm on this simple sidewalk, handles like crap. But if I'm on tarmac, on pavement, this thing handles like a dream. So that's one of the major factors in how your marble is going to handle the actual terrain that you're on at the moment. The other factor is your actual statistics. You can, in fact, buff your marble's statistics. You can do it through power-ups, and you can also do it through upgrade points. If you look in the lower left-hand corner, you'll see my upgrade points. I've got 50 unspent points. The faint things that are swirling around the upgrade, those are the power-ups. There aren't any power-ups in this level, so none of them are active at the moment. But upgrade points allow you to enhance your acceleration, your speed, your grip, even the size of your marble. So you can actually buff your grip to get better grip on bad surfaces. But tarmac handles great, and we're going to see that in the next level. And actually, I don't see any reason to delay. Let's go ahead and get over to the next level because I really like the gimmick of that level. It's really unique, really interesting, and I myself had a whole lot of fun playing this level. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next level right now. So this is that other mode I was telling you about. You'll notice a bunch of soccer balls lined up right here, and the black stuff around the four corners is the tarmac I was talking about. Now this level is really, really cool, and this is an interesting concept, and it's kind of part of how this game keeps from getting old and stale and boring, because frankly, riding around on different levels just collecting stars could kind of get a little bit old. Right, but in this case, you still have to get 256 stars, as you can see noted in the star chart, the little score chart down at the bottom right-hand corner. But the way you do it is by kicking these soccer balls into the goal. You notice I got 16 stars for that. The reason I got 16 stars is because every time these bump into one another, they gain star charges. So what you have to actually do is bump these soccer balls into one another, build up star charges, and then while the charges are still active, because they do go away after a short time, get that ball into the goal. And this was a really, really cool mode. The first time I did this, giant pain in my enormous ass. But after just a little bit of playing, I got to understand the mechanics, and I started to understand how to position myself. You see me kind of lining up so I can get 2 or 3 hits at once, how to position myself, and how to quickly get that ball where it needed to be. And this mode, I have to say, impressed me because it was kind of thinking outside the box here, you know, or the ball, I guess. Thinking outside of what you could have done with this. You know, I said this about Night Sky, if you'll remember, that Night Sky impressed me because they took what could have been a simple concept, which was physics puzzler, and they added enough things to it to keep it consistently interesting. And that's what Brightside has done with Marble Arena 2 right here. This mode alone livens things up. It breaks the monotony of simply riding around and collecting stars. And they have a lot of power-ups, and they have a lot of interesting obstacles and things in the levels that continue that theme throughout. You know, I have to say, overall, I was pretty impressed with Marble Arena 2. And modes like this show that the developers were really thinking. As developers, it is just developers, 2 guys, as far as I can tell. But this shows that they were really thinking about what this game could be, and they didn't just make a Marble Madness sort of homage. They actually made a game that was fun to play. Simple, fun, enjoyable, well-made, graphically good, musically okay. The music is a little bit what you might hear in the background of a training video at your place of work. It's the sort of thing that you would license for very cheap, you know, to go in the background of your commercial or your promotional DVD. But it fits the attitude of the game. It's just kind of upbeat, you know, for the most part. And you know, beggars can't be choosers. It is a free game. I don't really know that makes me a beggar, but you know what I'm saying. Let's cut them some slack here. So as you can see, this is going to go on a little while longer. I've got to keep stacking up the charges and getting the balls into the goal. And this might seem a little bit tedious, but it's actually teaching me better control of the marble. And this game comes, this match, this board, this level, I believe is the actual word I'm looking for. Yes, we have a winner. This level comes kind of early on, and what it actually ends up doing is it ends up teaching you a lot about your control of the marble, what you can do to, oops, a little bit of a mess up there. But it really taught me a lot about how I can control the marble. And there's one of the obstacles, the jump, the bumper. But it taught me a lot about the control. And I walked away from this level having learned a lot about how to play the game. And I really, really enjoyed this level and enjoyed a lot of what this game had to offer. So we'll take a look at one more level really quick as I give my closing thoughts on Marble Arena 2. So we're going to end things up with this particular level right here for 2 reasons. Number 1, it features some sweet, sweet 3D platforming as we take the ride way up to the top of the level. And number 2, it features Grow Mode. Turn your eyes to the top right-hand corner of your screen and you will see the words Grow Mode. And basically what Grow Mode is the most stars you get, the bigger you get. So as you collect stars, you increase in size, and eventually you will be so large that there will be certain jumps that you won't be able to make. So you have to collect all your stars in the proper order to ensure that you'll actually be able to haul your big marble butt across the gaps and get everything. So we are going to collect those stars in the background here as we talk about our final thoughts on Marble Arena 2. I must say, I do enjoy this game. It is a wonderfully simple concept that has been taken to a very, very satisfying conclusion. Much like Night Sky, which I've already compared this game to, they take what could have been a very simple throwaway concept and they manage to innovate on it just enough to keep you interested. And in this case, they're keeping you interested only in the game itself. In the case of Night Sky, they were keeping you interested enough to justify your purchase. But Marble Arena 2 has a ton of potential. It's a fantastic game. A little research showed me that they are using the Cube engine, which is from the game Cube 2, which was just recently released on Desura for free as well, so that might be another one that we check out. And here a little bit of a tooltip telling you that the thing that says on turns something on. Wow. Who'da thunk it? So, again, this is the Cube 2 engine. It is an open source 3D engine, and it seems to be on par maybe with sort of Quake 2, Quake 3 level of fidelity. Maybe I'm leaning a little more towards Quake 2. But I really, really like this engine. I like the look of this game. You know, this engine works well for this game. The gameplay style is great. I love the differing terrain affecting how your marble moves. I love the ability to upgrade your marble. They've made a lot of really good decisions in this game, and it really does evoke memories in me of Marble Madness 2. It's a wonderfully addictive little physics puzzler, and it's fun for the whole family, as they say. I can't recommend this game any more than I already am. I mean, it's not going to change your world, but it's going to give you a couple of hours of fun entertainment, especially if you like this sort of thing, if you like physics games, if you like 3D race puzzle adventure games. You know, give Marble Arena 2 a try. It's not going to take a single dime out of your pocket, and it would really be a great thing for these guys to know that their work is actually being seen by the public. That's bright side entertainment, and I have a whole hell of a lot of respect for these guys after playing this game. So if you want more information, it's all in the description below as always, and I would really, really invite you guys to check this out. Tons of good free games on Desura, and you're going to be seeing a whole hell of a lot of them over the next months here on Big Dave is Cheap. Alright guys, I think that's going to do it. Marble Arena 2, give it a try, please, 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 as I take a fall here. An embarrassing fall. That one didn't have anything to do with my weight. That actually had to do with me jumping over the jump pad. Lovely. Pro gaming as always from Big Dave, guys. So, go ahead and check out Marble Arena 2. Everything's in the link below, in the description below. All the links are in the description below. Check it out. It's a great little game. I highly recommend that you at least give it a whirl. All right, I have been Big Dave, and as always, take it easy.